And I'm back. We're going to be doing N through P today. N through P. To start out with on N, this one I got during my days with moviecynics.com. I was given this to sort of. Actually, I won. I believe, yeah, I won this in like a giveaway that they were doing. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised and did a little review of it for the site and whatnot. And very good, very interesting movie, or interesting take on a movie, rather. This is Night of the Living Dead reanimated. It is the original classic Night of the Living Dead, but they got a lot of artists to come together and do like their own interpretations of some of the scenes in the movie, and they took all these artists' interpretations of all these different scenes and put it together into one to make the entire movie over again with different animations and different styles, uh, all lovingly done. And some of them are better than others, but it's just cool to see some people getting together and doing something creative like this. And to my knowledge, they were going to do some more, but I don't know if they ever get around to it. So yeah, if you ever see this, you should definitely check it out. I don't think that's on Blu-ray. Ninth Gate is on Blu-ray, and I might pick it up, but I've heard that the transfer on that one is also kind of crap, so I thought, well, I'm just going to keep my DVD. I haven't seen this in a while, but I remember liking it when I watched it, and, well, that's why I own it. I need to watch it again to see if I still like it as much as I originally did. Yes, it's a Johnny Depp movie. Yes, it's Roman Polanski. If you haven't heard of it, definitely check it out. Spooky, kind of, not really horror movie, but, creepy movie. Next up, is this one on Blu-ray? I'm genuinely interested. Sorry about that. That would be my phone. Check. It does not appear that it is on Blu-ray. I need to start just looking on Amazon, honestly. Amazon will give me a better information about this. It is not. I'm not finding it. North Country. North Country, another Charlize Theron movie where she plays an amazing character. And this is just fucking brilliant. Because, like, this is exactly the kind of thing that, like, alright. So recently I was reading through Anita Sarkeesian, and if you know who she is, she's a critic of, a feminist critic of video games and whatnot. And I was reading through her thesis that she did for school, and it's mostly crap, I have to say. Like, a lot of it was stuff that I could poke holes into, and I was just like, how in the world did this make it by any professor, because it had so many holes in it. But regardless, the one thing that I kept thinking throughout was, like, she had all these problems with all these female characters in movies who were strong, but in this male typical strong way. So, like, she's pointed out Ellen Ripley from Aliens as being a typically male kind of strong character, in that she's holding a gun, or, well, it's a flamethrower, and she's putting on a male persona, so to speak. And she was complaining that, like, there aren't enough strong female characters in movies that are strong in a feminine way. And the first thing that I thought of when she said that, when she made these claims as if there were none at all, was North Country. Because in North Country, Charlize Theron is definitely not putting on any male anything. She is a strong, independent female character, and she is strong in feminine ways. So to give me this to put that bullshit out there that there aren't any movies with strong female characters that are strong in the way that Anita Sarkeesian and feminist critics like her uh, expect or would like to see more of. I say to you, you haven't seen North Country. You need to watch North Country. It's fucking fantastic. Um, I grew up in a family where my mom was a. I had a single mother, and she was, dealing with a lot of crap at work and whatnot. So this really struck a nerve for me because it was just like, it's a single mother who's trying to fight against all this sexism and whatnot in her workplace, and it's just a harrowing tale. It's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. There's some pretty disturbing shit in there. From the acclaimed director of Whale Rider. Haha. I wonder if that's another movie that I have on DVD. Okay. Moving on. Next up, I'm just slotting one in there. Oliver and Company on DVD. This one I am probably going to pick up on Blu-ray eventually, but I don't want to pay too much for the Blu-ray because the transfer is not that good. So it was one of the few Disney Blu-rays where they totally fucked up the transfer. Recently there were a slew of them. Sword in the Stone, totally fucked up transfer, and a couple others in that time frame were also fucked up. The one that was least fucked up was the Robin Hood transfer, but it was still not that great, but it was better than the others. Oliver and Company was solidly mediocre. So, I just haven't picked up the Blu-ray because I had the DVD and I felt like, well, if it's not that big of an upgrade, then why am I going to pay Disney prices for it? I'll just wait for it to drop down in price. And it has dropped down significantly, just not significantly enough. I'm waiting for the under $10 price tag. Sorry, Disney, you fucked up. I'm not going to pay full price. Anyways, it's one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid, so of course I've got the DVD. Of course it's the special edition. I recall when I picked this up, I had no idea that it was even coming to DVD. I was just in a Target store with my mom, and we were shopping, and I saw it, and I immediately said, I just picked it up, like, nope, we're buying this. I'm buying this right now. And I did. I bought it right then. I think it was like $20. It wasn't even on sale. I was just like, screw it. I want Oliver and Company. Anyways, next one, Out of the Past. This one, amazingly, did get a Blu-ray release recently. It is the only one from that set of noir films that I got that got a Blu-ray release after I bought the set. But regardless, I don't regret a thing because essentially I paid about $3, $3.50 for each movie in that set. And yeah, this one's a really great one from with Robert Mitchum. But it's not really what you think of when you think of noir. It's sort of noir, but it's not totally noir. At least not in the way that people think of noir. So, or traditionally at least. So if you pick it up and you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel quite as noirish as I was expecting, then there you go. Because it's, it's not just trying to do that, it's also trying to do some other stuff. So, yeah. I liked it. I don't think it's like the best noir movie ever, but I liked it enough to see it in the collection and think to myself, that's a reason to get it. So, yeah. Those are my only two O movies on DVD. Next up, one I wish they would put on Blu-ray. Let's check. Let's do a check. I highly doubt it is. It is not on Blu-ray yet. Jeez. Surprising considering It's a Sam Peckinpah movie, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. This is a really great uh, Western from like the spaghetti Western days, only it's slightly past the spaghetti Western days and they're actually trying to do something new and interesting and different with them. And so this one has more, it has like a rock uh, score, a rock musical score from what's his face? Damn it! Uh, why can't I remember his name? Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan. There we go. We got a rock score from Bob Dylan, and this is actually the movie where "Knocking on Heaven's Door" came from. So everybody knows the song "Knocking on Heaven's Door." Everyone, I mean, most people have heard the cover of the song from Guns N' Roses at the very least, but nobody seems to remember that it actually came from a movie, and this is the movie it came from, and it's a fucking fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you definitely owe it to yourself. And this, for DVD, it's not that bad of a set. You got a 2-disc special edition here that has both the 2005 special edition of the movie and the 1988 Turner preview version of the movie. So two different versions of the movie with a bunch of commentaries, trailer galleries, featurettes, bunch of stuff on this. So yeah, I totally recommend picking it up if you ever get the chance. And at least my set came with these like this. So if you're worried that it's going to be a budget release that doesn't have a proper case, no, it's got a proper case. It's good. And you can get it fairly cheap. I'm looking on Amazon right now. It's $3.37 used and new, so I'd say you can probably get a decent copy of it for about $5. Next up, The Pianist, which I do want on Blu-ray, but unfortunately it was released, a limited release on Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray is now fetching ridiculous collector's prices. So I'll just hold on to this for now. Really great Adrian Brody movie. Really great movie about about World War II and Nazis and whatever the heck. Yeah. Why am I brain farting on all this stuff? But yeah. Let me just check for you here and determine exactly how much the Pianist Blu-ray is going for. Wait a minute. They have a new release of it on Blu-ray. Holy crap! A new release is on Blu-ray, and it's only $24.99, which is actually a huge step up from what the other release is now that it's out of print. Let me go ahead and see what the price is on that. Yes, the original release of The Pianist on Blu-ray, two used and new, from $376. Fuck all of you. Anyways, next up, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Oh, would you look at how that one has not seen better days. But yeah, I got this one on DVD because the Blu-ray was not a very good quality transfer, and at the time it was like, you know, either buy the Blu-ray for like $10-15 or buy the DVD for $5, and I bought the DVD because the Blu-ray didn't have a very good transfer, so I was like, why not? This is one I watch every year at Thanksgiving. It's one of the only real Thanksgiving movies out there. Another one I like to watch is Dutch, and I'm probably going to be picking that one up. The Blu-ray for that one is fairly cheap. It's not really cheap, but it's like, it's $10. Why not? And that, I believe, is also a Thanksgiving movie, although they never really explicitly say whether or not it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. I think maybe at one point they say that it's Thanksgiving, but regardless, it's interesting. I believe both movies are done by the same guy, John Hughes, and they're both very similar, actually. So, yeah, I don't know. When it comes to that time of year to Thanksgiving, I like to watch John Hughes movies and stuff like that. Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This one I do have on Blu-ray, but I'm going to be keeping this DVD set because it's just fucking gorgeous. The Poseidon Adventure Special Edition. This is an embossed cover. Slip cover. You take it out, and you got the DVD set here. Very nice. Very nice. How much? I don't even remember how much I technically paid for this, but it's got a whole bunch of... It's got a booklet, it's got, all these inserts and stuff, and then it's got a bunch of lobby cards, which is really cool and really nifty. Let me just get this all back in here again. And of course, like the Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid set, got these, so it's a really nice, high quality set. Will I ever watch it on DVD again? Well, if my Blu-ray stops working for some reason, but otherwise, it's just there for show and there to be pretty and there to be like a nice collector's edition that I don't want to get rid of. Next up, Primer. The original release of Primer on DVD is very good. I don't actually, it might not be the original, but it's one of the original releases. Very good movie by Shane Carruth, who has gone on to do a lot better stuff since then. And like this launched his career. And what a way to launch your career. The movie cost $7,000 to make. Only $7,000. And it has the feel of a movie with a much higher production budget. Now, when I say much higher, I don't mean like, it still feels like it's an independent movie and therefore the budget couldn't have been more than $1 or $2 million. No, I would say that this feels like it has a budget of at least $4 or $5 million, and he did it for $7,000, and it's a really good movie. So, yeah, Primer. Glad to have that in my set, my collection. Last but not least, in the P's, Punch Drunk Love. I recently sent a copy of this to Sean in a package, and this is, of course, the 2-disc special edition that comes with a bunch of cool stuff. Gatefold. Very nice. Paul Thomas Anderson movie. One of my favorite movies from Adam Sandler, especially like in the past 10 or 15 years. This came out in 2003, didn't it? Yep, 2003. So that would be 15 then. 15 years, technically. Past 15. It's been that long. My goodness, I'm getting old. So, yes, that is my N through P. Let's see, what's next? R through we'll decide when I get there. See you then.